So you know we got to timestamp it. It's May 31st. It's 2026. And it's approximately 7:18 on that eastern side. We done flipped the poles. It might be Western Gregorian calendar, but y'all know I don't know. But I know one thing. On that birth certificate or the certificate of live birth, they named us and they put our names in all caps, the nerve. So it means that they were standing on business when they named us. So I'm D'Amica. It is time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot cards. Our portals to truth. We're about to open up some portals and reveal some truths. Now, before we get into the tarot read, you already know you should grab your notebook and your pen because, as you can see by the thumbnail, as you can see by the title, we're going to learn today because the title says, are you being initiated? And what? And why? Okay, and why are you being initiated? So we got a form of three questions here that we're asking divine and spirit, and we're going to ask for clarity. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell. Shout out to Sunville Sounds over on YouTube for the handbell, right? I've been using this handbell for almost a year now, so thank you so much. As always, that positive energy is always going to create elevation, and it's always love out there. You got to have a heart in order to have love, but you got to have a soul in order to have a heart. All right, so let's tap into this message here. Let's ring this bell. Let's light our incense, musk magic. We're going to light our candle. Where you at, babe? Here go the candle. And we're going to get into the read, but you already know we're going to learn some things too. Are you being initiated? Into what? And why? Let's get into it. Divine and spirit, thank you. The questions are we being initiated? Into what and why? The divine collective is coming on in now, divine and spirit. They're coming on in. But we got some questions and we want some clear, concise answers here, right? We already know that we'll take what resonate. We're going to leave the rest right here so that it can be cut, burned, and ended. At the end of this read, are you being initiated? Into what and why? Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. All right, so we got our instant lit. I feel the energies coming in. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. All right, so we got a lot of excited energies. I feel a lot of nervous energies. Hold on, let me get this candle lit. We definitely going to get into that tarot read. Ashe, ashe, ashe. We got some excitement going on here. Are you being initiated, right? Are you being initiated? Well, what is initiation, right? So that's the first thing that we're going to tap into. And you already know I went over to Google's AI overview and I also tapped a little link in there so you can go to Wikipedia because we're going to tap into some secret societies as well. All right, so let's get into the definition as to what I asked here. Okay, so are you being initiated is simply what I asked Google. And then Google responded back to me saying, no, I'm not being initiated, meaning Google was answering me. And I was like, no, Google, I want to know the meaning of are you being initiated? So I thought that was pretty funny. All right, so it says to be initiated generally means undergoing a rite of passage, a ceremony, or ordeal to become a member of a group, society, or experience. It marks a formal transition or entrance into something new. So for social and fraternal, you're looking at joining a club, fraternity, a secret society, or completing a formal induction process. For cultural and religious, passing into adulthood or participating in religious rites of passage like baptism or a bar mitzvah, okay, or bat mitzvah, bar or bat mitzvah, what? Okay. Spiritual, an awakening or expanded consciousness meant to align a person with a deeper purpose, energy, or knowledge. General, simply starting a new project, starting events, setting events in motion, or being introduced to a new topic. The specific nuance depends entirely on the situation that you have in mind. If you are referring to artificial intelligence or this specific conversation, I am not undergoing an initiation. I am a conversational agent powered by Google. The motherfucker answered me anyway. Feel free to provide more context if you'd like to explore a specific angle. By the way, I want you guys to get comfortable with your search engines. Start talking to these motherfuckers like you talk to your friends. You ain't got to talk like me. All right. But you got to get your algorithm on the same frequency as you so that it can understand and answer you properly in the way that you understand. And this motherfucker still answered me. Shout out to Google or AI overview, although they've changed a lot of things within its rules and policies and things like that. All right, so before we get into the Wikipedia of the secret societies that I wanted to tap into, of course, we're going to tap into that tarot read. I know we hungry to see what's going on out here in these streets of, are you being initiated, right? First things first, that heart, right? That heart, that soul we was talking about, it got to be as light as a feather, beloved. So while we're talking about initiations here, let's tap into the tarot read here, right? A lot of initiations have been redesigned, and they were redesigned from esoteric teachings here, okay? So let's get into this here, tarot read. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody's nervous. I can feel it in my stomach. I can feel it in my gut. Somebody is extremely nervous here, and that's okay. That's why we bring it here. Excuse me. This just fell out. We'll put it in the middle. We ain't not. That just fell on out there. Let's just go ahead and get into this read. I did a pre-shuffle here. All right. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get into the read. Are you being initiated? Into what? And why? Hashtag Lost Souls Tarot. Ashe. All right. Let's get into it. Let me move this on back here. All right, we're going to have 3 storylines. It's going to be 13 portals that come out. You look at them as index cards, right? It's going to be 13 portals that's going to come out here. It's going to be 3 storylines. All of them is going to have the past, present, and future with that 13 portal giving out that final message there, okay? Take your poison, but if it ain't yours, leave it right here. If it don't resonate, leave it right here. If it's just entertainment, enjoy. Let's get into the read. All right, so we got our first portal that came out. First storyline, the Knight of Cups is coming out, taking charge in that water element here, okay? Creative inspiration. In the beginning, somebody had that creative inspiration. They took charge in that, all right? Artistic expression, emotional sensitivity. It was the journey of the heart here, the pursuit of deep connections, emotional courage there. The sun, second storyline, beginning with the sun. Aurora, Ashe, so success, joy, celebration, achievement, vitality. Things are going well and success is within reach. It's like a warmth of accomplishment here, okay? Somebody's trying to trip me up already. I just got started. Wow. Wow, let's get into the read, though. You still push through. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. The 3 of Cups is coming on out here. That water element, that Cancer made its own way out here. What's up, Cancer? Celebration, friendship, community, coming together with others in joy here, sharing happy emotions, creating a community of support here. Now, the Cancer, I was going to say chest. The Cancer is operating the chest within your body, within the zodiac. The Cancer, it's going to operate that chest, the stomach, your breasts. Mine's hanging low. Yeah, they wobbling to the flow. It's okay, though. It's all right. So celebration, friendship, community. That's that third storyline. So back to that first storyline. We started off with that Knight of Cups taking charge, that emotional courage, right? That artistic expression. Let's see what's going on in the present. Come on, bring that ass here. Who are you? Bring that ass here. Something trying to... Okay, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. I got a lot going on here. I'll take this. And this one right here was trying to come out first. I'm going to take that first and we'll take the rest as it was. The Chariot is coming reversed here. And it was stuck in the middle. So in the beginning, somebody had that artistic expression. And then there was a lack of direction, right? That Chariot that came reversed, a lack of direction. Somebody was aggressive too. It was like a loss of motivation. Are you being initiated here? There's a lack of control with scattered energies. So somebody is being pulled in different directions. All right. So in the second storyline, success, joy, celebration, that sun came out, and then the Knight of Pentacles is coming reversed. So the earth element is here, but it's reversed here, okay? So somebody is getting settled into those old karmic ways, even though they were told not to here, and they're taking charge in that here. They're not grounded here. They're very stagnant, and it's like a resistance to change. They're trying to push through that procrastination, and they're trying to break that cycle, or they realize that they might die off their energy here, okay? So in this third storyline, remember that Three of Cups that came out, that Cancer energy. What up, Cancers? How y'all doing? So you're creating a community of support, right? And you're sharing happy emotions. I'll be damned if the whole suit of wands ain't come out. Come through with that creation, that fire, that passion, right? That element of fire. What else does it says here? You're infused with primal energy, inspiration, creativity here. You have the ability to bring in any energy in any situation, right? You could be reckless and you could have lack of direction here. And that's what this read is pretty much giving out here. A lack of direction so far, right? Overall, loss of motivation here, but still the journey of the heart, that success, that joy, that celebration, that friendship. So let's see where this is going, because for whatever it is, the cycle of creation is beginning in this third storyline. So back to that first storyline. In the present time, come to find out, in the beginning, a few folks started off with this energy having a journey of the heart. Bring that ass here. So now it's like a lack of control. Don't try to run. It's like a lack of control and scattered energies. Something's being pulled in different directions here. Guess what the fuck happened? The King of Cups came on out. Ashe. Yes, it did. Emotional mastery. Uh-huh. So whoever jumped in that chariot with the lack of direction, that Knight of Cups and that King of Cups is saying that wasn't us here. We push those energies out. Ashe, with our wisdom, with our compassion, with our diplomacy, right? We are embodying stability in the emotional matters here. And this isn't just about gender, right? Just because it says king, you ain't got to have a ding-a-ling there, okay? Or you could be one of them or theys, whatever. All right, so now we're in the second storyline here, okay? So in the second storyline, present time, right? In the beginning, somebody had joy, they had success, excuse me. They had joy, they had success. Are they being initiated, right? But they were told, don't get settled in the old karmic ways. And they did. But for some, they tried to push through the procrastination. For some, they were stagnant. For some, they were resistant to the change. And for some, they're breaking that cycle or they're not. Let's see what's going on. So the Nine of Pentacles is coming out reversed next. All right. So this is that earth element again here. Okay. So we're talking about that Virgo energy is coming in and somebody's being guarded because they're living beyond their means here. Materialistic instability is here. They're very reckless with their spending and it's superficial here. And it's causing them to suffer from financial issues. Ouch. Oh, it says fraudulent lifestyle. They realize they can't depend completely on material wealth to bring them happiness, though. Or they need to realize that, Ashe, because they have a desire for the easy way out here. They're trying to keep up with appearances here. Are they being initiated? What are they being initiated into? Comment below. This is a false display of security and stability here. All right, this is present time. So if this isn't, if this energy is you, right, or if this is around you, this is what you're going to be looking for within their energy, so you can alchemize it, push that energy out. Right? Because they're being guarded, whatever is going on, and they're living beyond their means. Don't forget that. All right, third storyline, present time. Started off with celebration, right? That Three of Cups, that Cancer energy. What up, Cancer? So far, we got Cancer and Virgo out here. I'm still studying, so I'm not familiar with what the court cards are in regard to the zodiac. I can tell you the element there, right? But we got this suit of wands that came out. So it's providing this celebration, this friendship, right? This joy, this community. It's providing it with this infused primal energy of creativity, right? Inspiration, of power, of passion. The element of fire is here, but we were called to be cautioned about being reckless and that lack of direction. So the Hierophant came out, right? And the Hierophant is trying to get those to be conformed into like religious beliefs to self-sabotage. This is a different Hierophant. All my portals have different meanings here, okay? So somebody's trying to get someone to be more traditional, all right? And they're trying to use their conventional wisdom because they were in established institutions and they've learned from them proven methods. But someone else is like, nah, we're going to go ahead and stick. You got a group of individuals who's like, nah, you can keep that over there. And they're strong with this message here. right? They're strong with them wanting to be conformed to it says in specific religious beliefs in order for them to self-sabotage here. All right, so that's the ninth portal as well. Let's see how this is going to end. Final messages coming out for all three storylines here, and then we're going to have that 13 portal as your final message here, and then we're going to tap into the oracle deck, and we're going to do the oracle deck a little bit different here. How we're going to do the oracle deck is we're going to do it by storyline here. So if you hear me say storyline 1, it's based on storyline 1, storyline 2, storyline 3. I assume you all kept up with me. Of course, I'm long-winded, so I'm going to repeat it anyway. All right, so first storyline, how is it going to end? All right. So come to find out, the Knight was sent out. The Knight of Cups was sent out to send you this energy of artistic expression, emotional sensitivity, pursuit of deep connections, emotional courage, because you were on the journey of the heart. Okay. And then this strong energy of the Chariot coming reversed here came out and tried to redirect you on a path of aggression, on a pack of lack of control, loss of motivation. It was like they wanted you to have this scattered energy, and they wanted you to be pulled in different directions. I'd be damned if that goddamn king ain't come out. King came out and said, what the fuck is wrong with you? I done told you this divine entity is going to be on a path of emotional mastery, wisdom, compassion, diplomacy. It ain't got to be gender based here. Just because it says king, again, you might not got a dangling, okay? You are embodying stability in emotional matters here. So let's see how this is going to end. Who are you? Come here. The Eight of Swords is coming reversed here. Yeah, baby. Look at that. The Eight of Swords is coming reversed. That's that Gemini energy. What up, Gemini? How you doing? So you're free. You've accepted, you've let go. Right? It's a new perspective. You broke free from the mental restrictions. You're seeing that you have options here, and you're rejecting that mental victimism. I say to you, you have ascended, you are initiated. On to this second storyline here. All right, so we started off with the sun, success, joy, celebration, achievement. Got me singing, Annie, the sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollars. But then that Knight of Pentacles came out reversed. So you have this energy that tried to take charge, and it was very stagnant, okay? And it was resistant to change for some. That you were trying to push through that procrastination. You was like, what the fuck is holding me down? You dig what I'm saying? And then the Nine of Pentacles came out. The Nine of Pentacles came out reversed here. Nine of Pentacles, what's going on here? Virgo energy, right? So somebody's suffering from financial issues. And we come to find out it was a false display of security, stability. They was trying to keep up with appearances here because they had the desire for the easy way out. Let's see how this is going to end. Are they being initiated? Into what and why? Now, with the Oracle deck, is pretty much where you're going to find out into what. Now we got, are they being initiated and why? We could pretty much see from the storylines. Are they being initiated? We'll find out a little bit more in the read. Let's go. They're being guarded. Whatever's going on in the second storyline, they're being guarded due to their fraudulent lifestyle. Current time. Let's see. Woo! Y'all saw how that did that? Come here. Knight of Swords is coming reversed. You got that air energy back to that mind. A lot of knights came out this motherfucker taking charge here. Woo! Only one missing is that Knight of Wands. Wow. And they oh my God, whoever this is here, they're very impulsive, very arrogant, reckless, right? Very reckless, overly self-centered. They're aggressive. Are they being initiated? Comment below. You should know. Because of their harmful communication, they become a bully. They're very pushy. They are rushing, acting without thinking. Whew. All right, third storyline. Are they being initiated here? Comment below here. All right, so we're looking at, in the beginning, it was a celebration, friendship, community, and it's still that way here. For the most part, it's still that way with that Three of Cups there. That Suit of Wands came out heavy, saying, fuck that. You infused with primal energy at this time, you and your community. Because of you and your celebration, your friendship, because of you sharing these happy emotions, you are guarded with a whole suit of wands, that fire energy roar. I'm a July Leo, but we were told to be cautious of the reckless and lack of direction. And guess who came out? That goddamn Hierophant came out. But this Hierophant was offering conformity to religious beliefs and self-sabotage here. Tradition. conventional wisdom here, that because they were established from institutions. They have learned their proven methods. Let's see how this is going to end out here. I'm intrigued. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirits. Thank you. Any wait, I told you they're hierophant some shit. Yes, you the fuck are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Justice is here. What up, Libra? How you doing? Justice is here. Yes, it is. Decisions have been made, and this is long-term effects in all things. But attention is also needed within the life and career. There's a warning to all who have done you wrong. They must be fair in all deeds. Truth must come to pass based on facts, not they fucking lies or not they goddamn established institutions or they proven methods here. Because the relief to those who have been wronged is here. It's time for solutions. Decisions have been made in the past and is weighed with fairness, judgment made fairly. Ashe. What up, my aunt? How you doing, baby? So yeah, justice is here. The balance scales is here, as I mentioned in the beginning of the read. Motherfucker, that soul, that heart better be as light as this goddamn feather. It's too big for you? Hold on. I got a smaller one. Actually, I got a lot of them. I got a lot of feathers. Every time I go for a walk, I pick them up. That I feel like I be getting initiated then. Bam, here goes a smaller one. You understand what I'm like? Don't worry, this owl is on your motherfucking ass. All right, so let's see what the 13th in that final portal is. What's the 13th and final message in regard to tarot? Ashe. Let's see. This was good. In the end, so far, justice. Knight of Swords came reversed. Eight of Swords came reversed. So we're looking at freedom, self-acceptance, a new perspective. Those that are breaking free from that mental prison. We're also looking at some that are overly self-centered, aggressive. They're pushy. They're bullies. And then justice came out as the 12th portal. Look at that. 12. Justice. Justice came out. Portal number 12. What is number 13? Let's see. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Attention is needed. Don't forget that. Truth must come to pass based on facts. Okay, so a lot of this fell out, but this is turned over in my hand. The Lovers is coming reverse. What up, Gemini? You came out twice. We're going to do a quick read for that Gemini energy after this. And then we're going to tap into the Oracle deck. So Lovers. The Lovers reverse came out, and it's talking about be cautious of disharmony, right? Be aware of your poor choices here. Right? It's going to cause that imbalance, beloved. Misalignment of values, relationship conflicts, and internal disharmony. That is the final message in regard to, are they being initiated into what and why? Okay, so now, before we tap into the and why, right, which is the Oracle deck, Gemini, bring that ass here. Come here, Gemini. You came out here. Taurus came out, I believe, twice, too. Let me see, Taurus. I think Taurus came out twice. But we'll do Gemini first. Gemini, we just want a full card read real quick. Then we'll tap to the Oracle deck. Gemini, bring your ass here. I don't want to hear it. Come here. I say. Y'all know my number's 4, 9, or 13, but we're going to keep it at 4 because I want to get into the read. I don't want to lose y'all too much. Oh, who that? You saw that motherfucker try to run? Who that? Come here. 10 of Pentacles is coming out. Family wealth, inheritance, Gemini. Let me hold some information in the description box. Family wealth, legacy, inheritance, long-term and permanent success, establishment of a lasting legacy. All right, so that's what it's starting off with. Let's see. This is about family wealth here. The 10 of Pentacles, Virgo. What's up? What's up? Virgo came out. Family wealth, Gemini, Virgo. Let's see. Inheritance, that 7 of Wands is coming on out here. Leo, fucking roar. All right, so somebody's maintaining their position against the ops. They're defending their beliefs, persisting despite the challenges. They have become defensive now, but they're persevering and they're standing their ground. I would be defensive too because it says they're defending their beliefs. I say to whoever you are. Gemini, what else is going on? So that can mean that in the Gemini energy, right? Somebody's battling it over family wealth. A Leo could be involved here, right? Virgo could be involved here. Gemini definitely involved as you read, right? It's about this inheritance here. Oh, let's get into it. That Leo being defensive though. They standing their ground about that inheritance, that legacy. Let's get into the read though. What's going on? Maintaining their position against the ops. 3 and 4, divine and spirit. Give me 3 and 4. What's going on? Gemini, what y'all got going on? We'll take the top two as our last four. All right, so we're looking at the Knight of Cups is coming reversed here. That water element is coming on out here. All right, so what that is saying is, what? The Knight of Wands came out too. Hold on. The Knight of Wands fell out, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. We're gonna take five. I usually do four, but it came out. Okay. Knight of Cups is coming out first, right? And it's coming out reverse. It's coming out reverse. One, two, three. Yeah, it's coming out reverse. Earlier, the Knight of Cups came out upright. In this Gemini read coming out reverse, somebody has allowed their emotions to control their life here. They've become overly jealous, moody, and emotional, and they have the incapacity to take action, but they're taking action in this jealousy, this envy. They're jumping to conclusions. They're making judgment without any facts here. And they're avoiding financial decisions, avoiding confrontation at work. It's a situation that seems like appealing at first, but quickly it's turning south. And they've also become a passive aggressive partner. And then you got the Knight of Wands that's coming out. Back to that fire. Ashe. You got the Knight of Wands that's coming back out here. Oh Lord. And they energetic. They're passionate and adventurous. They chasing their dreams with enthusiasm, with a fearless spirit. They're channeling their fiery spirit into productive action, and they're avoiding that burnout here, or they need to be cautionate of avoiding that burnout here, okay? They're filled with creative energy and a strong desire for adventure and new experiences here, all right? And then finally, the Wheel of Fortune is coming on out here in this Gemini read. It started off over family, wealth, legacy, inheritance, long-term permanent success, establishment of a long-lasting legacy here. Now you're going to end in the Wheel of Fortune. Right? Life is made of good and bad times, a cycle that we cannot control. Nobody can avoid what is fated, what is coming. Enjoy life to the fullest. This is a fucking warning to all. Enjoy life to the fullest. Remember those changes. Remember that flexibility. It's the master of luck and fate. Energy. What did you put in? What goes up must come down. Greater forces are at work. God damn. What a read then. All right, Gemini, Taurus. Bring that ass here real quick because you came out too. Come here, Taurus. God damn it. Come here real quick, Taurus. Gonna get full. Full cards coming out for that Taurus energy here. Full cards coming out. I heard a message. What was that? I'm nosy. All right, got a Gmail. The only time I wrote was when I traveled. Somebody, when you're traveling, you need to write. All right, I just got that message. Maybe that's a message for me here. Somebody's traveling while they're writing here. Taurus, come here. Ashe. Let's see what's going on with that Taurus energy. We only want four. We'll take the top four. Taurus, what's going on? Page of Wands coming out first. Page of Wands coming out for Taurus energy. There's excitement, adventure, optimism, and energy. All right, discovery and curiosity. Good news. Are you being initiated? Right? This is a fresh inspiration, enthusiasm, new ideas, beginning of exciting ventures, encourages exploration and adventure. We're also looking at the Eight of Cups coming reverse as our second portal here. And it's talking about somebody's confused about what path to take. Are you being initiated? You're anxious about what's going on and what's going to happen at the end, but you must have the courage to believe that you deserve better. You might be choosing between financial security over your happiness. Come on now. Accepting unfulfilling jobs. Come on now. A fear of being alone. Come on now. And joyous things are ahead overall. Seven of Wands is coming reverse. Taurus energy. Seven of Wands coming reverse here. So, excuse me, Seven of Cups. Excuse me. Seven of Cups come reverse. So you got the Eight of Cups, and that was your Pisces. You got your Seven of Cups, who is your Scorpio out here, okay? And you got your whole element of fire out here that started off with. So Seven of Cups is talking about dreams, illusions, temptations. Somebody's unclear about the things they are seeking here. You're confused, and it's surrounded about what's real and what's not. For some, you're avoiding romantic decisions, and it's a lack of career options because you're distracted from financial goals. And for some, you're unwilling to face the reality, beloved. You're escaping through imagination and daydreams with no action. In the end, the Ace of Wands is going to come out here. I'm going to put the rest up. All right, Taurus energy. Ace of Wands is going to come out here. And the Ace of Wands is saying, in the end, this is the beginning. You're going to be bravely finding your own thoughts. You're going to create a space to develop your own vision. You have that willpower and that creativity in a common sense. So go for it. Take that chance and leap here, okay? No longer being confused about what path you're going to take here, all right? You're going to have that passion of work. You're going to have that creative spark, and it's going to be the end of financial struggles. Plus, you're going to be flirting too. I can't with you. I cannot. Or somebody gonna be flirting with you. Uh-huh. All right, Taurus. Now, back to the read. Are you being initiated? Into what and why? All right, into what and why? Bring that ass here. We're going to learn. You got your paper, you got your pen, you got your notebook, you got your pen, you got your pencil. All right, come on. Marker, colored pencil, I don't care, crayon, because we're going to initiations and we're going over to Wikipedia here. All right. Dang, y'all can't see my screen, but I'm over on Wikipedia. I'm on Wikipedia. Link is in the description box. We're going to skim through. All right, we're going to skim through. I got the same little mindset as y'all. I ain't going to try to read everything, but an initiation is a rite of passage marking an entrance or acceptance into a group or society. It could also be a formal admission to adulthood in a community or one of its formal components. In a broad sense, it can also signify a transformation in which the initiate is reborn into a new role. So examples: baptism, confirmation, bar mitzvah, secret societies, fraternal organizations, religious orders, graduations, and recruit training. Okay. So we're going to go ahead to secret society, and I'm going to tap on that, and it's going to redirect me to the Wikipedia page of secret society. So a secret society is an organization about which the activities, events, inner functioning, membership, and sometimes also existence are concealed. The term usually excludes covert groups such as intelligence agencies or guerrilla warfare insurgencies, okay, that hide their activities and membership but maintain a public presence. So we're looking at secret society buildings at Yale College, okay. That's also a book by Alice Donlevy, all right. So secret societies may be community-based or associated with colleges and universities. These societies exist in countries around the world. They can also have some religious organizations, all right? So, for example, the Brethren of Purity were a secret society of Muslim philosophers in Basra, Iraq in the 9th or 10th century CE. All right, so around the world, we got realms. What do you mean realms? So different realms, we're looking at politics, colleges and universities. That's a lot here. You're looking at the internet, okay? So as far as colleges, universities, politics, for example, they banned secret political parties and political organizations in their constitution. That's in Italy and Poland, okay? Colleges and universities, many student societies like the Skull and Bones at Yale University. We're also looking at certain colleges like Harvard College, Cornell University, Florida State University, Dartmouth College, University of Virginia, Georgetown University, New York University, and a whole bunch of other colleges, British colleges. I ain't gonna go through that. And then we're here at the internet, okay? While their existence had been speculated for years, internet-based secret societies first became known to the public in 2012 when Cicada 3301 began recruiting from the public via internet-based puzzles. The goals of the society remain unknown, but it is believed to be involved in cryptography. Cryptography, bitch. Cryptography. All right. And then also around the world. So until I don't want to lose y'all too much, I'm going to read a little bit more now, beloved, because we got to learn. We got to learn. Right. That's why I also leave the links inside the description box, because you ain't got to believe a word that I motherfucking say. You shouldn't. You should be doing your own research. Right. All right. So come here. Bring that ass here. Oracle deck. So we got the Oracle deck coming out here. We're going to go with storyline 1. I know I ain't lose y'all, but just in case I do, storyline 1 begin with that romantic idealism, right? Artistic expression, Knight of Cups came out. And then some energies wanted you to have a lack of direction, a lack of control. They wanted your energy to be scattered just like theirs, right? And then you was like, fuck that. I'm at emotional mastery. I have wisdom. I am compassionate here, right? I am embodying stability in emotional matters. I am rejecting that mental victimism. I am free. I have self-acceptance. I have a new perspective too. You broke free from the mental prisons. Now, let's see. Were you initiated? I believe so. Into what though? What did they want you to be initiated into? Let's see what the Oracle deck is going to bring out. Again, Take what resonate, leave the rest. The oracle that could just be shooting shit out here that you need to take notes of and decode. Let's get into it. Ashe. First storyline now. Whoo, that's a lot that came out there. That is. All right, so the first one says, to bereave beauty is to elevate one's soul. Okay? To bereave beauty is to elevate one's soul. Got me fucked up. To bereave beauty is to elevate one's soul. Bereave. Bereave. To deprive someone of something cherished or valued, most commonly through death of a loved one. God damn. God damn. So to bereave beauty is to elevate one's soul. God, hold on, man. To deprive someone of something cherished or valued, most commonly through the death of a loved one, is to elevate one's soul. All right. They wanted you to be initiated in unaliving your loved ones. And a lot of them have done that to be initiated. That's what I'm getting from that. Comment below what you think now. We all in this together. The fuck ain't no right or wrong. Now, second one is coming out your passion. You are being initiated because of your passion, right? Because of your passion, that chaos is returned to the sender, okay? You are a cosmic being. That's why you're being initiated. You integrate science and spirituality. You have a higher level of awareness and consciousness here. You are a vital source for all life forms, maintaining balance of the entire cosmos. You are metaphysical and spiritual. People who come in your life to help you develop and grow, that's who you are. You are that person. You come into people's life to help them develop and grow. Ashe. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of these came out. We're going to keep going. For the first storyline here, we'll be here for a little while. All right. Don't let me in. I beg. Temptation was there begging you not to let you in. And you still did that rite of passage. You still did that initiation. Whoever you are. Your days away until you find out your strength. So you're being initiated. And your days away until you find out your ultimate strength. Don't give up. Because that destiny swap, it was denied. You're days away from finding out your true strength. That destiny swap, it was denied. So it's going to take you a little bit to regenerate that energy back up, right? You feel it. It's coming back, beloved. All right. So Illinois, what the fuck is going on? You were definitely initiated because it says Illinois has 23 billionaires as far as the year 2023, and motherfucking Oregon had 3 in 2023. So a lot of folk was getting initiated in Oregon and Illinois. Okay. We're looking at a necessary period of withdrawal for introspective. So you're being initiated and you're going through the dark night of the soul. And within that dark night of the soul, you're realizing this is a necessary period of withdrawal for your introspective here. So you are being initiated. I say to you, for some, you've been compromised because you fuck with people initiations, right? What was your initiations about? You've been compromised, vulnerable to attack. This is your reputation here. You've exposed, so you're being exposed. You've harmed, so you're being harmed. You caused people to be impaired, so you're being impaired. It was the misuse by unauthorized access. You didn't have authority to operate with our energies. You've been compromised. All right. And finally, the final message for this first storyline, are you being initiated? Into what and why? It says, be respectful, but command your demand now. Okay. So a lot of people are not commanding, right? You're being passive. You're pleading. You're begging. You must command. Be respectful, but command your demand. All right. If you have questions in regards to this first storyline, ask Divine and Spirit for clarity. Second storyline here. All right. So we started off here, warmth of accomplishment, success, joy, celebration. Somebody was siphoning energy. Excuse me, I got to stretch these legs on out, y'all. I took a bath. I'm clean. It was a spiritual white bath too. I'm real clean. All right, so we're looking at success, joy, celebration, achievement, vitality. Things are going well. It was in the beginning. And then we come to find out these energies started taking charge. So, speaking of initiations, depending on which one here, they wanted you to push. For some, you were able to push through the procrastination, but for some, you were stagnant and you were resistant to that change. Bring that ass here because you started being guarded. And I believe those that was pushing through that procrastination, you were being guarded here. All right. But you were being guarded because you started seeing that others were living this fraudulent lifestyle here. Right. You realized that you couldn't depend completely on their material happiness. It was not bringing you happiness. Their wealth, it wasn't bringing you happiness. They had the desire for the easy way out, and they were taking charge in that impulsive and arrogant energy here. They were reckless. They were harmful with their communication. They became a bully and they started acting without thinking. So let's see how this is going to end here. All right, divine and spirit, what's going on in regard to the oracle deck here? In regard to the oracle deck here, second storyline. What are they being initiated into? What did they try to be initiated into? Right? Clear, concise answers, divine and spirit. Why? Why? Ashe. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Talk to us. What's going on here? Any messages that come out, we know that we're going to take what resonate and leaves the rest here. But somebody, they was taking charge in that stagnant energy, right? Then they started being guarded. Somebody was living beyond their means, superficial, suffering from suffering from their financial issues here. So I'm looking at Batman TV series 1966 and The Simpsons season 8, The Canine Mutiny. So while I read Batman, y'all read The Simpsons. Of course, I'm going to read both. What's up, beloveds? How y'all doing? I read them comments at the end. So I'm looking at Batman TV series 1966. It says season 1, episode 33. What a number. Fine Finney Friends. Bruce Wayne's great-grandfather wearing a Yale sweater. He founded Skull and Bones. Aunt Harriet. Talk about initiations. I love you, divine and spirit. Y'all never let me down, man. You will ensure that I don't look crazy. I thank you. So now we're looking at The Simpsons, season 8, The Canine Mutiny, year of 1997. And it says, I believe this dog was in Skull and Bones. A secret handshake with the dog is relevant. Oh, second storyline. All right. So again, somebody else saw that somebody else was living beyond their means here. It was a fraudulent lifestyle here, right? Pushy, arrogant. Let's see what else is going on here. We're looking at death row. They're waiting to be executed. God damn. Damn. You got 7 souls out here. Purple Undine coming on out. Persevere is here. You need to escape green soul trap several times. Take notes and achieve the end of the ball. Okay? I take notes on everything. This is a whole game. This is a whole game that I was intrigued. I was like, dang, what kind of game is this? That's called 7 souls. So I wrote down their characters and I put them in the portals. And I'll be damned if Undine ain't come out. However you say Undine. How you say your name? Undyne. I said it right. Undine. Yeah. Give me one more. We need at least 4, 9, or 13. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. So we got Skull and Bones coming out here. There's Secret Society, episode 33 now. Batman TV series 19. What's you? Come here. It says here. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is going to be portal number 4. So we're looking at the special tree. From the roots of this tree came the first man. And when the tree bent down and kissed the ground, woman sprung from tooth of a giant bear, gave owner magical powers. I don't know what the hell I wrote. Hold on. Let me reread it. So there's this special tree. And from the roots of that tree came the first man, okay? And when the tree bent down and it kissed the ground, the woman sprung from it, okay? Now, on the back of the portal, I have something else. That's another message that we need to decode. So, the tooth of a giant bear gave the owner magical powers here, okay? So, yeah, the tooth of a magical bear gave the owner magic. I mean, the tooth of the giant bear gave the owner magical powers. And then we're also looking at special tree. Give me a second. Y'all know we gotta learn. My mind is intrigued. Ugh. So I'm just gonna type in tooth of a giant bear. Tooth of a giant bear gave owner magical powers. Let's see. The idea that a giant bear's tooth gave its owner magical powers is rooted in ancient shamanic, Norse, and indigenous traditions where animal parts acted as spiritual conduits. Because bears embody ferocity and endurance, their teeth were highly coveted. These motherfuckers sacrificing animals and shit. Okay? We're talking about Viking amulets. Archaeologists discovered a rare 1,000-year-old bear tooth amulet in the Orkney Isles inscribed with runes. Because bears were not native to the area, it was considered a highly exotic talisman used in Norse magical ceremonies and worn to harness the animal's physical strength and courage. See, I read this because everything is under judgment, and divine and spirits, they need to know where they got to go to feast. We talking about, we don't give a fuck what timeline or what year you was in, beloved. So we're looking at indigenous lore. In North American indigenous folklore, the bear is known for its incredible size and healing abilities. Warriors and shamans wore bear teeth and claws to absorb the bear's spirit, gaining protection against enemies, spirits, and the elements. They got me fucked up. They got us fucked up, don't they? I felt that. I felt that in my body. I felt that. All right, so we pretty much got the gist of what's going on here before I. So that was the second storyline. Because I just learned how to control my goddamn energy. I got to go ground later. I'm going to take that whole conversation outside in the woods, and I'm going to yell, and I'm going to scream, and I'm going to redirect the shit out of that fucking energy. For all the bears, all the animals, shit, I still eat meat, my bad. I get it. I ain't out there hunting y'all down and shit. And nowadays, the fucking meat 3D. Okay? So, fuck you. Okay? But what I'm saying is, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I don't do it to harness your energy. Oh, man, that's fucked up. Third storyline over here. God damn, that's fucked up. Third storyline. Woo! Started off with celebration, friendship, community. Those that were coming together with others in joy. I am not about to cry. Got me fucked up. That hurts. It hurts. Then we found out they were infused with primal energy. It was like the cycle of creation that can begin now. The whole suit of wands came out, right? And then it was like the Hierophant came out, but this Hierophant came out wanting those to be conformed to certain religious beliefs and self-sabotage here, okay? It was like conventional wisdom. They were established from these institutions, and they learned from their proven methods, okay? The Scientology shit. So then you got justice that came out here. And justice came out making judgment fair. And it also says it was a warning to all who have done you wrong. They must be fair in all deeds because truth must come to pass based on facts. It's time for solutions, right? Relief to those who were wrong. Decisions made in the past is weighed with fairness. My aunt, I love you, baby. So let's see what's going on with this third storyline here. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Are they being initiated? Into what and why? Let's keep that in mind too, y'all. I be long-winded, so I ain't trying to lose y'all with too much. All right, the peacock is here. And sex workers are out there spreading STDs and VD. All right. Justice is here. Don't worry about that shit. Justice is here. So you got the peacock is here reminding you that you are the epitome of beauty. You are to face the unknown with courage and grace. It is time for rebirth. You are very confident and mysterious. You represent balance and foundation. Remember, don't be arrogant, vain, or unapproachable. Be delicate and be humble. The peacock says, I offer lessons of self-love, honor, integrity, and facing life's challenges by kicking the thorns. Okay. Remember that celebration, the community, the sharing the happy emotions within your community. There's a lot of sex workers out there. Sex is very sacred. I know it don't seem like that in today's. I ain't had sex in I don't know how long. It's very sacred here, right? I probably need to go have some sex, okay? But what I'm saying is it's a sacred thing where you are exchanging energy, spirits. And with these sex workers, no offense to you sex workers out there, do your thing. Hey, I ain't hating on you. For some, you're spreading VD here. And for some, you're spreading spiritually transmitted diseases, all right? And you know it. We call y'all Jezebels. Whether you're male, female, woman, man, them or they, we call y'all Jezebels, okay? So you got Jezebels out there that's spreading VD and they know it. They know it, okay? Let's get into, that's only 2, divine and spirit. We need at least 4, 9, or 13. Ooh, thank you. Don't forget that you are being initiated, and here's why. Because you hold all the power. You hold all the power. All right. And why you have been initiated and you're gaining that rank, you have not been deceitful. You have not. Truth must come to pass based on facts, and everyone that have done you wrong. Man, oh man. It's a warning to all of them. All right, so now that we got my tarot cards on out the way, my handwritten tarot cards that y'all used to like to talk about and dog me out and everything. It was funny then, but now is they laughing now? So now we're going to pull on Poetry for Neanderthal. We're going to pull on Buzzed, and we're also going to pull on Incoherent. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me flip the camera. I love y'all. So Buzzed, Incoherent, and Poetry for Neanderthal. Since they like to create games and shit, I like to play their games, but I like to play their games my way. So we're going to decode. And with each game that we pull out, we're going to have a story that's going to come out in regard to, are you being initiated into what and why? And keep in mind all the energies that already came out to play. Here we go. We're going to start with Poetry for Neanderthal here. Poetry for Neanderthal is front to back. It's front to back, okay? All right, so let's see. Let's get into it. Let's knock and let's see what messages is going to come out. Thank you all for spending your time and your energy with me. I absolutely return that shit. I don't want your energy. I don't need your frequency, right? But I absolutely love this readings that we be having. And it's called Divine Collective Energy because we all pull this shit out. I fuck with y'all. What is good or bad? Only you know. Let's get into it. All right. We got Poetry for Neanderthal, and I got a few that came on out. So I'm looking at a shopping cart here, or a cart. Somebody's going shopping, and particularly a toy poodle. Somebody's going shopping. There's a shopping cart. A toy is involved. Let's see where this is going. Somebody else is going to the club or having a club sandwich, but they realize that that sandwich or that club is trash. Okay, it's trash. They threw it in the trash can. That club is trash. All right, you got to wear a gas mask. It smells like gas wherever they're going. You got to wear a gas mask. Okay, it might be a gas leak somewhere. Okay, somebody might need to get that shit checked out because that's a full circle message. It's a circle. It's a full circle. They were in a full circle when they did them rituals. A full circle. Okay, a circle was there. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Justice is here. Truth must come to pass. Truth must come to pass. Who you? It was all on the tape recorder. It's all on the tape recorder. Okay, it's on the tape. All right. Everything they did at that parade, under the parade float, is all there. Why did they have the parades? What is that about? It's all there. It's all there on the tape recorder. It was all planned. They got a lot of parades coming up on June 1st. I'm just saying, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. What's going to happen at the parade is something about a six-pack. A six-pack is here. You might have a six-pack or somebody drinking a six-pack. And it's a trap. It's a fucking tourist trap. Don't go to that parade. It's a tourist trap. You're going to be all fucked up off that six-pack talking about you want to go to the fucking parade. It's a tourist trap. It's a trap. Okay? It's a whole pack of them. Like the blood bank. Like the blood bank, okay, for your blood, okay? It's a pack. They have a pack for it, okay? The blood bank, it's a cash cow. The blood bank, it's a cash cow, okay? For that cow, for that cash. You are the cow, okay? God damn it. That's 246. All right, something about a cake could be relevant here. A cake could be relevant. A carrot cake in particular. Maple syrup, Canada, what's up? Something about that cake though, a carrot cake. That's like a specific type of cake, a specific taste there. Somebody has a specific taste. Cake, you know how they fucking terms and nicknames like pizza and ice cream and fucking hot dog and shit. Chicken nugget, you got fucking cake out here. Because they money hungry. It's always over fucking money, but they sloppy. Sloppy as a fucking sloppy Joe. 2, 4, 6, 8. Portal number 9 is we grade wash they ass up like the fucking dishwasher. They can't wash no more money. It's a wrap. Reynolds, Saran, chicken, snack wrap. It's a fucking wrap. You can't wash shit. Go wash your goddamn spirit. But no. Just like Kevin Hart, we grade roast your ass. Pot roast dinner, bitch. You're done. That's poetry for Neanderthal. Got me sweating and shit. Now we're going to move on to buzzed, okay? Now with buzzed, with those initiations, for some of y'all be getting fucked up. For some of you, you get a buzz out of initiations. You get excited. You're excited. Like I be getting shit. I'm getting initiated. I be getting fucked up, but it's an initiation, goddammit. It's an initiation. But for some, y'all be getting fucked up, getting buzzed in order to get through y'all initiations. Y'all ever heard of the elephant walk? I'm just saying. Comment below if you know what the elephant walk is. Be cautious of your words because they might block your comment. All right, so buzzed. We out here. Talk about fraternities. Let's get into it. Let's see what we're going to get out the game of buzz. This is a drinking game. It says this drinking game gets you and your friends hydrated, but I'm drinking on some warm-ass lemon water. That's how I'm getting hydrated. I done took my shots. I'm done. I'm done. My stomach. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. All right, so take a shot of whatever you got. I got lemon water, and man, that lemon is potent. Damn. Got that thing popping. All right, here we go. I'm going to knock again because I fucking started talking. All right, let's go. Oh, thank you. Are you being initiated? Look at this shit. It says Diet Coke Cult. Have you had your hit today? If not, drink. So you got the Coke industry. The Coke industry. C-O-K-E, like Coca-Cola or Coke. Pick your poison, okay? There's a cult, C-U-L-T, or they like to call it movements now. That's the proper term. Movement buzz. You got to get movement on there. Have you had your hit today? I'm taking it as cocaine. Like Coke. Okay. Somebody getting booted. Tooted. They getting fucked up. Let's see what's going on. Woo-wee. There's some good shit too. My nose about to start running. God damn. Woo. So somebody high for real. What's this? Come here. Drink if there's a MILF or a DILF playing. Where are the kids? God damn. So if somebody who like a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, and somebody else is asking, where are your kids? So they at this one of them fucking parties where them kids be there. Mm-hmm. Or you know how back in the day your folks used to have them fucking house parties. Your ass used to be upstairs on the steps, looking under the steps, looking being all nosy. Sometimes they had your ass doing the butterfly on the wall. Okay, so somebody's at a party, their kids are there, somebody else is asking, where are your kids? So it's like the younger person is asking the older one, where are your kids? Oh man, where are the kids? All right, let's see what else is going on here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. I saw that one. I saw that. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. So now, are you being initiated into what and why? If you're in therapy, we all thank you. Drink. Somebody needs to go to therapy. Somebody is in therapy. Where are the kids? That's the most important question. Where are the fucking kids at? Right? We always watching. Them motherfuckers always think the kids don't see shit. The children don't never see. They see it all. They see it all, and they try to warn you every time. Drink if you can fit your whole fist into your mouth. You nasty bitch. And then show us. You look like a knucklehead. So somebody else is out there doing tricks, and somebody else talking about them. They doing tricks with their mouth, and somebody else talking about them now. They can fit the whole goddamn community down their goddamn throat. You hear me? All right. I'm just saying. And they showing everybody. It says, and then show us. And then it says, you look like a knucklehead. They laughing at them. God damn. Next one. Drink if you have secretly beef. Drink if you secretly have beef with someone here. Don't tell us who, though. Beef is best when it's stewed. Let me find out one of y'all motherfuckers coming up on here and y'all got beef with me. As they always do. What's up, y'all? I love y'all too. They always come up on the energy. But somebody got beef with somebody secretly. A secret ass beef. Somebody else don't know. Confirmation. The fuck that mean they got beef with themselves, Ashe? Always, anytime you got beef with anybody else, is with yourself. You're competing with yourself. All right? That's as simple as that. I get a little jealous increment. Not all the time, but every now and here and again. It's normal. It's something that you want to happen in your life that's not happening in your life. But here's how you beat that. You don't let it turn into envy. You congratulate that entity, whoever you saw. And then whatever you saw within them, you don't fucking just copy them. Not down to the T, but you take a few things out of there, add you a little bit of Larry seasoning, and bam, you got your own formula. You dig what I'm saying? All right. Don't do like motherfucking Richard Pryor did Bill Cosby. Copy that whole goddamn act. Copied Bill Cosby whole goddamn act there. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm at 5. I'm at 5. Give me 4 more for Buzz. Give me 4 more for Buzz. Thank you, Divine. Drink if you're wearing a thong. Drink if you're wearing a thong. That could be relevant. Somebody out there wearing a thong, the thong, thong, thong. All right. All right. 246. Portal 7. Which player has the best smile? Whoever has the most votes, flash us those pearly whites and take a sip. Come on, y'all, smile. Take your sip. That was for us. All right, portal number 8 and 9. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Make sure I ain't got nothing lingering around here. Let's see. What's going to come? All right, I got 8. And here's, that's too many. Oh, here go 9 on my thumb. All right, which player had the most recent birthday? Sing happy birthday to them as a group and drink. Somebody recently had a birthday. Happy solar return to you, beloved. Happy solar return. Happy solar return. All right, drink if you've ever 69. And then try to take a drink upside down. I'm not thirsty no more. I ain't thirsty. All right. So somebody out there doing a 69, they got somebody butthole in their face. All right. That's all cool. As long as that motherfucker clean. All right, now we're going to pull on incoherent. Incoherent is coming out. So incoherent is a game about gibberish. Somebody can't speak. You can't understand what they're saying. Shout out to King Ron. We should learn American Sign Language there, all right? But you can't understand what they're saying. They trying to tell you some shit, but you don't know what the fuck they saying. For example, what the fuck do that say? So with the game of incoherent, you must guess the gibberish. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the answer, and I'm also going to read the hint. For example, this says VIP section. That's what that said. Not GA, paying 10 times more, roughly the same experience. Okay, for roughly the same experience. All right, so we didn't knock. We'll put this to the side. Let's go ahead and knock. You got an idea as to how incoherent goes. We're going to pull out a couple portals in regard to are you being initiated into what and why? And why? Ashe, 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 ashe. Let's get into it. Oh, okay. So the categories is pop, party, and spicy just came the fuck on out. Okay, so are they being initiated into what and why? This says in a dry spell, there's zero action when no one is worth your time, or at least that's what you're telling yourself. Somebody's having a dry spell there, right? And to me, they out there doing them sex rituals, right? They doing that spell work, love, magic, all that shit, and it's not working. That's what I'm getting from that. It's not working, right? Zero action. They not getting no play. Good. Ooh, who you? Come here. They just dropped on out. Ooh, it's a lot of spicy that came out here, y'all. So prepare yourselves. That wasn't too spicy, but it can get spicy. All right. So the next one is talking about somebody has a butter face, a paper bag. If your body gets an A+, but your face gets a failing grade, ouch, divine and spirit, ouch. Somebody got a banging ass body, but they face is saying that they need a paper bag. Wow. All right, somebody else is talking about, does it feel good? And they asking this while they fucking now. A common question by those who lack confidence in bed. So they asking, does it feel good? Because they're lacking the confidence while they're in bed. Why I start humping and shit? All right, so we're moving on. Does it feel good was the last question. Now they fucking somebody that don't got a pretty face. Keep that in mind. And they had zero action before this. So are they being initiated into what? They fucking somebody they don't even want to fuck for real. Like, keep it 100. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Comment below. Comment below. Don't come for me. Come for what we talking about, or come for me. But please know, I am an alchemist. I will alchemize the shit out your energy. Then it's going to be sent back to you. Then you're going to be saying I did dark magic. No, it wasn't my energy. Boom. Back to you. All right. So now we left off with, does it feel good? And does it feel good? And so same time they asking, does it feel good? Somebody else asking, what are you into? Like sexual preferences, often asked by new couples, or when you walk into an ice cream shop. There they go with their keywords and shit. Okay, I ain't with that shit. All right. Let's see what's coming out next. I can't. Spicy came out. Spicy showing off a little bit. Cause okay, in one situation, you got somebody that's fucking somebody they don't want to fuck because they got a good body. They're being initiated into something else. Basically saying that person needs to have a paper bag on their face. They would get zero action, right? And then you have this other storyline coming out, and they asking, what are you into? Right? Asking them their sexual preferences, right? And then you got somebody that's like, yo, smash or pass, right? Would you? Somebody asking, what are you into? Like, so it could be somebody dudes or women that's having a regular conversation, and they asking like, yo, what are you into? And then maybe somebody walk past and they like, yo, smash or pass, right? A common question about 2-day old pizza. Did they go with their goddamn terms? Right? Let me just keep it simple. So then we're talking about we're at smash or pass. What are you into? Yo, smash or pass. Then you got them saying Dumb and Dumber. They looking like Dumb and Dumber. Not stupid, but it's like your ex and your previous ex having a conversation. Ooh, all those just flew out here. Knocked all them over. Okay, now let's see. That's 6. Give me 3 more, Divine Spirit. Give me 3 more. We'll leave it at 9. Okay, what is this? Damn, that's more than 3. All right, so here we go. Somebody is saying, over my dead body. I'm not letting you do this. Like an over dramatic way of saying you're very, very opposed to something. So somebody is not into something. Over my dead body. Are they being initiated? They like over my dead body. All right. Somebody else is on a double date, a group dinner, a PG rated foursome. Okay. I'm not letting you do this. All right. And they like share your location. They trying to track them because knowing where each other are at all times is the epitome of friendship. Somebody's trying to tell them to share their location while they're on that double date. And then somebody else is like, over my dead body. I'm not letting you do this. Take what resonate, leave the rest. My mind is going all over the place. Are they being initiated into what? For some, they're being initiated into RuPaul's Drag Race. Queens, queens, queens. The reason serving cunt became a thing. It say RuPaul's. I cannot. So they're being initiated into RuPaul's Drag Race. And it says, May the 4th be with you. On May the 4th, somebody was initiated into the Queens, Queens, Queens with this storyline. And Baby Yoda was there. The Jedi approved way to greet someone on May 4th. So maybe like an alien type figure, something from out of this world was there, right? Initiating them into this type of lifestyle. And they want to go into this lifestyle here, right? The RuPaul Drag Race. On May the 4th, they decided to go into this lifestyle because they have small dick energy. Hummer owners, a scientific term used to describe people who willingly park across 2 spots. That's 12. Now the 13th and final message is damn, I'm gonna pick one. All right, fuck it, I'm gonna read all of them. So small dick energy, somebody else has an emotional support animal, okay? Somebody has an emotional support animal, and particularly a dog. A dog certificate is relevant here. Why the person in the seat 5A has a miniature pig on their lap? A pig is relevant. Somebody else is asking, does anyone have a charger? Somebody's phone is dying. They have a low battery there, okay? A true friend, sure. The fake friend is going to say, sorry, I'm about to use it. Somebody else is telling you, I have you on speaker, right? I have you on speaker. The loud phone, a potential disaster if not said early enough in the combo. And the last and final message is somebody has pimple patches. Dots on their face, aka band-aids to cover up their zits. So somebody's having skin issues, okay? All that magic is backfiring, all right? All right, if you're new to the channel, I read all the comments, and now's that time to read all the comments because we are about to pray, all right? So let's go ahead and put these cards to the side. Let's read these comments, then we're going to pray. Oh, I got to get y'all a song. Put all these to the side. Gotta get y'all a song. I gotta sing y'all a song. You know what I'm saying? All right, today's prayer is coming from today's prayer. I got these little cards from Dollar Tree. What up, Dollar Tree? So now we're going to pick a today's prayer. I'm going to give you the scripture. You can read it the way you want to read it. Of course, I'm going to rearrange some words because I believe the Bible is a playbook. All right, so let's see what we got out of today's scripture. If it's not upside down, that's a long one. Ashe. Keep in mind what we were talking about before I read it. We were talking about, are you being initiated? Into what and why? Let's see. This is coming from Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the divine and your God will be with you wherever you go. So are you being initiated into what and why? Wherever it is, your God will be there with you wherever you go. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, okay? Your God and the divine will be with you wherever you go. If you want to read it how it's written, Joshua chapter 9, verse 9. Be strong and be courageous, beloved. It's your time. Okay, now reading the comments, D'Amica, reading the comments. Let's see. I'm trying to put the cards back out. Hey, I love y'all. I'm trying to put the cards back out so y'all can, see what we done. All right, let me read the comments. Flip the camera. All right, so we got Sherry Armstrong -58V, Divine and Spirit. Listen up now. Don't be rude. Sherry said, hi. Hi, can you do a reading, please? Damn, Sherry, I should have read that a little bit earlier. Sherry, if you're still here, comment below. I could do you a quick read. Kai, Lara, Monstar said, Grand Rising, D'Amica. Oh, that's what's up. I ain't seen my name typed. You know what I'm saying? That's actually my name, D'Amica. So that's what's up. Don't forget the peacock. You're the epitome of beauty. All right, you are not deceitful. Kai also said, I love your storytelling. I'm shamanic. We juiced up is what I heard. And Ashe, because I might have said we fucked up or something like that. We juiced up is what I heard. And Shay Campbell, Bella Louise of Jackson said hi. Shay, what up? How you doing, beloved? All right, so let me see. Sherry, if you're here, go ahead and comment below. If not, we about to pray, beloved. Go ahead and pray. Sherry. All right, let us pray. Either way, you could email me. Email me, Sherry. First, the first read is free. First tarot read is free. You'll get 13 tarot cards. If you want it emailed, that's cool. But I like to do face-to-face video calls. Too much going on out there with a lot of people scamming and shit like that. But go ahead and email me. Information in the description box. I'd be honored. Let's see. All right, let us pray, y'all. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. We rebuke all spells, all rituals, and all castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are all connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to us, and then it's sent back to its source, because we are already sovereign and we are already free. Any agreements and any contracts that we may have been agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut, they are all burned, and they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Divine collective. I know that I am sovereign. Divine collective. I know that you are sovereign. Divine collective. I know that what they are most afraid of is that together, divinely together, we are sovereign. It is done because you've already won. It is done because we've already won. It is done because I have already won. And so it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, y'all. So make sure you say your prayer. Come in, bring that ass here. Bring your ass here. Make sure you say your prayer. That's my hair. Make sure you say your prayer, right? Write it down. Write it down. Your words are way more powerful than anybody's words in this fucking planet, right? Say your prayer 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times. Repetitions now, in order to make your manifestation, your dream, or your vision come alive. If you don't have a prayer, yo, I ain't never gonna let y'all down. You can always come back to one of my videos. If you want to watch it, go ahead and indulge. If not, fast forward to the end and go ahead and let that prayer repeat. Or it's a video on there that just has the prayer. And you could just go ground outside, wash your dishes. I don't know, meditate, but make sure you listen to it and try to say it 3 times. Reprogram your brain, reprogram your body, just reprogram you, all in general, right? Damn it, a song. Let me get the music deck out real quick. I gotta get a song out for y'all. Keep in mind what we were already talking about now. Are you being initiated? I like to see where Divine Spirit is going to take this. Are you being initiated into what and why? We need a song, Divine Spirit. And we're going to look up the lyrics to that song, whatever comes out. Let's see. So we're looking at Mrs. Mrs. by Leon Bridges. It's going to come on out here. Let's get the lyrics real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let's get the lyrics. Mrs. by Leon Bridges. All right, so here we go. I try to let go. We end up on the floor. And you try to leave when I need you the most. Sometimes I wonder what we holding on for. Then you climb on top of me. And I remember. You know that I think you're the love of my life. But loving and hating is such a fine line. Sometimes I wonder why when knocking on your door. Then you climb on top of me. And I remember. He says, I remember how it felt the first few times, skin to skin, before you knew how to get under mine. If we get it right, we'll be together for life. Because it only feels good after a good fight. All right. I love y'all. If y'all hear that song today, Mrs. by Leon Bridges, we locked in. Love y'all. Peace. If